How you doing, buddy? You want to taste it? You want to taste it? Try it. Here. Try it. Try it. I have arrived. I have nothing on my head. It's Shabbos today, Shabbat. It's a special Shabbat. In fact, every day is special because it means and says something different in the cycle of every 4 years. I'm just repeating what has been said. I'm repeating what has been done. I'm repeating what has been created. I'm giving form to the skeleton of the knowledge of today and tomorrow and yesterday and all the years that have ever gone by, because every year has a number. And you change the number for 12 months, 1921, 1922. Now it's 2022, 2023. It was the year before, it is the year after. What is the year before you are born? It's 3 months of void to the 9 months within the conception. But what about the fabrication of the egg and the person itself? What happened the 3 months prior? What happens to us? You know, they say when you take medication, give it 6 weeks. So does it have something to do with 6 weeks? Because you know the cycle of 28 days, the men's cycle of 28 days, happens before the 28 days, because whatever you did before the 28 days is a continuation. If I don't know, but for those who do know, and for the little that I did read, you're going into that cycle, not for just for the 28 days, but for the every day that was before the 28 days. And if everything runs in 3 weeks and 1 week, just like it runs in 3 years and 1 year to the leap cycle, then you'll be running in 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months. But that's so ironic, because the pig's pregnancy is 3 weeks, 3 days, and 3 months. And the numeric for the value for the moon in 1776 is the same number. That the vision of 147, which is the cycle that we run, the 7 months of 31 days and the 4 months of 30 days and the 1 month of the 28 and 29 days, although yes, there are 28 days in all 12 months. There are 29 days in 11 out of 12 months, except in 1 year. Words that end in certain endings. I forget what the word was that was spoken today. Somebody mentioned the word. You know, I only learn when somebody says something. Somebody says something, or otherwise I have to go out and search it. Yeah, and learn on my own. Like, I don't know if I really ever did that in my life, like go out on my own and learn something, or it's very rare that I've gone out on my own and I learned something, meaning that when I went to school, right, I had to take the book, go and study to learn, but you need an interest to want to do. And the more the interest, the deeper your studies should be or would be. What would you like to talk about? Cycles? What happened? Tammy, are you still here? There were 2 people and then all of a sudden they're gone. I'm still here. Let me check out to see if Odyssey is working. I might be on Rumble. I don't know. I should go to Rumble. Let me check out my Rumble channel, see if I'm live at Rumble. Let me go see, just check this out. Here, no, I'm just checking out my channel. Okay, I'm still on. Now my question is, am I live? Okay, it's too complicated for me to start doing in the middle of my video. Cat, orange, whistling. Whistle for a while, Merry Christmas. The cat. What is the reverse alphabet of the cat, and what should I do to the alphabet? Should it be A, E, I, O, and U and set that aside? Am I going to have a voided space in certain areas of the alphabet? Space 1. Whoop, I took it up on a page that I should not, so I'm just going to go on another page. Space 1 is A, so we're going to have to take out 1, and that's gone. And then we have C, which is 3, and that's gone. And then we have E, which is 5, so that's gone. Now we have F, which is 6, right? 6. Let me show you, right? And then we were going to talk about 1776, and then we're going to talk about 1,500, 150, 10, 5. Whoop, I didn't do that right. Got lost in my head. 5, and then 1, and it's going to be 1666, right? For 1776. So then all of a sudden we have A, E, I, O, and U, and oh my God, look at that. There's the I. So these positions in the alphabet, so if we reposition the alphabet, 2, 4, 7, 8. So we're going to go B, D, G, then we're going to go H, and then we're going to go K, and then we're going to go M, and then we're going to go P. I'm sorry. And then after that, we're going to go Q. And then after that, we have to go here. We're going to go T. And then we're going to go V, like TV, 5G, right over here. And then over here, we're going to go Y and then Z. And that's your alphabet. So you're going to have B1. Should we do it that way? B1. Or no, let's not do it that way. There's so many ways to do it, right? You see, I have 4, 4, and 4. So maybe I should. We have to put it in some sort of formation. So we're going to go B, D, G, H, K, M, P, Q, T, V, Y, Z. But if I was running in Chaldean, right? If I was running in Chaldean, I would have to move all these around. If I was moving in Chaldean, you see in Chaldean, right? In Chaldean, we're going to have this one over here is going to be separate. And then this one over here is going to be out. And this one, 1, 6, and 7 in Chaldean. 1 and 6 equals to 7. 6 and 3 equals to 9. 5, 3, and 1 equals to 9. 3 and 3 equals to 6. Does anything equal to 5? 3 and 1 is 4. 9 minus 1 and 3 is 5. I do all these things because if I can think it, then I was made to know it. So this would be another setup for the alphabet with this, but I'm not working in that one right now because if I had to work in all, I'm not going to explain that right now either. So now I automatically know I'm going to go from here to here. Let me see. So we're going to go 2, 4, 7, 8, 2, 4, 7, 8, 2, 4, 7, 8. Now, if we go for the the secondary numbers. Whoop, I shouldn't have done it there. So what we're going to do is 2, 4, 7, 8, 11, 13, 16, 17. Z is 26. Whoop, I jumped. 17, 20, 22, 25, and 26. Now, if I was designing this off of the grid, I would be going. Let me see. I would go. I would do 2 and 13. I get 2 and 13, and that would be 2 and 13 as part of the equation. And then I would get 8 and 20. And I would skip this one here, and then I would get 22 and the starting over of numbers over here, 22, 25, 26, and I would get 7 down here. I would have to start my numbers over again. I'm going to explain to you why. Because on this calculator, on this face, 1 and 6 equals to what is 7, to what is 3 and 4, 7, to the reverse of that, what is 9, 4, 7, to what is 9, 4, 13, to what is 7, 6, 13, to what is 2 and 5, 7, 8, 5. So I follow this rule because of that rule comes from the Mayan, the Mayan stone that runs in parts of 7 and 13. And also the word spirit is 7 times 13. And there's 13 cards in the deck, the ace all the way up to king. So I look at everything that has been given to us, and then I create equations that will use all the elements that are in the conscience system, because they are. You have a deck of cards. You know what a deck of cards is? I don't care if it's in English or French or any other language. Have you ever seen this before? And there's colors on it, and there's corners, and there's insides, and there's a center, and it spins. They're all words. They're magical words because you have to use them in the right place in order to understand. But what are you actually understanding? You can't see me throwing a baseball at you, but yet you're catching my words. You hear it with your ear. It's funny the way we have to say, I don't nose it with my O's. I smell it with my nose, but when it comes to your ears, you hear it with your ear. Why is the word the same, but not my nose? We can get into that another time. But we got little Miss Priss over here who's interrupting me. I'm not really sure which way to go now. How you doing, Missy? Oh, I just spilled something. So just give me a second. I'll come back and not forget the trend of thought. 60 in the 60s. Yes, I'm not using a rag. I'm using this. Okay. '60 in the 60s. Remind me about everything I say. Why do we need to resonate? Should we be vibrating? Should we be vibrating? Should we be resonating? Why? Why did I put on a hat? What does the hat do for me? What does the hat do for you? Are you asking me why I put on a hat? I'm going to tell you what it does for me. Maybe it does the same for you. We need to buzz. We need to feel that vibration. We need to feel the element of being within. Now we can say, being within what? We're in an envelope right now. We are in the envelope, the energy. We're inside of it. It's all around us and it's inside of us. That's how you can hear me. That's how we can hear sounds. When can we not hear sounds? What happens when we go down into the pool? What do? Do I just, what is it? Do we call this numerology? I dissect and I find the elements within a number, within a word. And I take it out and I look, I got pieces and parts. What do? Dots and dashes. Well, with your dots and your dash, we can take, they play the matchstick things. Well, with your dots and dashes and you place elements together and you have angles, you're going to know what it is. It's going to be a circle. It's going to be a square. It's going to be at a 90-degree angle, a 60-degree angle. I don't know. I need 2 cups of sugar in order to make my cake. I need sand. I need water. I need to create. I need hay to create my bricks. How can we make bricks without hay, right? Is that what it was? So every element, every thought that you have ever thought, there's a story that goes along with it. It's information. And how do we break out of this cell that we're in? By realigning all of us together and speaking the truth within the energy, following the truth, following the universal power of Earth and Mars. And it explains it with Jesus Christ. It also explains it again for September, for that when the French say septembre, they will say 7 in the 9th month. When an English says septembre, sometimes they might be thinking of the scepter. Sometimes they'll be thinking of the king. But at the same time that September is the 9th month, September is the 4th month. There's 4 months, including September to the end of the year, and there's 3 months remaining in the year 3 and 4. The division between 3 and 4. Division between March, 31 days, and April, 30 days. To where December is 31 days, and to where September is 30 days. And pending which way you're going to end up starting with a 1 or ending, excluding 1 month, with a 4 or a 3. 7 months will end with a 4. 4 months will end with a 3. 7 months with a 4. 74, 47. Time, energy, Jesus. Angels are coming mathematically through the Stargate system, where 7 times 4, 7 plus 4 equals 2, 28, and 11, 39 is the word 10 angel. At the same time, when you multiplied 7 by 4, 28. The numeric value for man is 28. The word man, if you're looking at the bookends of man, and since we moved away our vowels, we have M and N. If I take away the A, why don't I replace it just with 2 O's or 1 O for Monday or moon? But I can't. There's no equation. There's no big equation. So we can put it together and look at the greater picture. Right now, I'm going to get back to the numbers that I started with, the removal of the vowels. And I was also talking about, yes, the reason I spoke and I left out some math. I have to include the math. Let me go over this. I'm going to tell you about September and December. So we locked together October and November. And now we're going to have to lock together what is, I'm just trying to look between March and April. March and April. So it's before March. We're going to lock together January and February. I have to see if I'm doing this right. And then there will be December. Trying to look at all the locking. So September is the 9th month. It is the 4th month as well. December is the 12th month, and it is the 1st month at the same time. 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's perfect. Now we have April separating between March. So we have April, we have May and June. Then we have July. So then we have July. I'm just trying to see, but that's not the middle. The April is not the middle. So we go from April all the way over to June. July, okay, becomes the 7th month. I'm trying to see what the equation is, how everything comes together. So I'm just talking out loud right now. So we have the 5th and 6th month together, and then we have the 4th month and the 3rd month. Here we have the 1st and the 2nd month. Let me show you this and not me, right? And here you have the 12th month. So let me see if we can do this. We have 12, 11, 10, right? Coming together, the 11th and the 10th month. We come together, and then you have August. Let's see if we can August. I'm trying to see if I can build this equation right over here. That looks ugly. So we have August, we have the 8th month. So let's do it this way. We start off at the end of the year and we go all the way backwards, right? We go all the way backwards. We have 4 months over here. We go all the way forward. In fact, I don't even like this page because it's too hard to understand. So we're going to rip this out. We're going to start over again, right? We're going to start with December, November, October. We're going to do this a little bit better. We're going to go September. We're going to say August. We're going to say July. We are going to say June. We're going to say May and April and March. Look at that. It looks like Mars, French way of saying it. We're going to say February, and we're going to say January. So January is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, right? They're also 1, 2, 3. Am I holding the camera up high enough? Maybe I'm just going to see if I can, hold on a second. Let me see if I can place this camera and then write freely. Let me fix this. Oh, I'm having trouble. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get that. Oh yeah, that's not so bad. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, that looks okay. All right, that looks okay. So let me see if we can put this up a little bit higher over here. So we're just building the equation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to separate it over here. Okay, we're going to separate it between 6 and 7. So if we separate it between 6 and 7, we now have to separate it here. So I'm just trying to figure out where we're going to do this, the next equation. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You notice it's all now 13. It's all now 13. When we have 3 13s, we're going to get that later, but 13 is a numeric value that goes for angel. It also going to fit into the polar of spirit, which would be 91 spirit, right? And angel is 39 is angel. Because it's 13, when you add up 1 to 13, it equals to 91. When you multiply 3 by 13, it equals to 39. The minute you multiply this one more time, This will be 42, and that's where the gateway comes in. 4 times 2 equals 8. 4 plus 2 equals 6. We take these dice over here. I'll get back to that in a minute. And we look for number 6. That's 7. That's 6. So when you have 4 and 2, 6, when you have 4 and 2, 6, you're going to have what is 3 and 5, 8. 3 and 5, 8. So when you have 4 and 2, 6, you have 7 and 5. When you have 3 and 5, you have 6 and 4. Now, how in the world do I get that? October and December have just moved over if I'm using that against the months. You have 9 per face. This is all in one. When we separate and rebuild it, we end up with this item over here. This is small. If we want to put numbers to it, I'll just put that over here. So we're just having a big exchange system. Now, if you want to go over to see a little bit more how they separate it all, we can go to, give me a second over here. We can look at the grid divided up this way or this way. This is all the same thing. This is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Continuous. That's all it is. It's right over here. It's upside down. Here's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 14, 16, 19, 18, 21, 25, 20, 20, 25, 29, 25. Hold on a second. Here's 23. Sorry, 23, 25, 27, 30, 32, 34, and 36. So it's all repeated down here. Okay, this comes from the roulette table in which they set you up and here's the same thing again, right? And oh yeah, you can see it in here over here on this side, the 3 separate boards before I bring them together. And then here's how we connect this element here, Lamed Lamed. You can also look at it as a number 4. And here's my little aliens over here connecting. Then you can take this away and we can take a different outlook to how they scale the numbers. And notice over here, orphans, it's going to add up to 1776 and 2114, 35, 66, 75, 66 freedom and woman. We have 54 is the sun. 2175, we get electric moon right over here. There's more to this board. That's the easy part, right? So here's what I was talking about before, sections of 7, sections of 13. Everything I do existed somewhere and it's like stamped. So where do we get 12? Well, what I do is I take off, I have 4 corners, I have 5 in between. I have 2 corners, I got 7 in between. So when we're looking at this equation on this cube over here, this is what we end up with. And the words for this is Zion electric. If I put them the other way around, okay, I now have moon electric Zion 15 real. I have 15 real, right? It's real, that's 15, or it's is, which is 9 and 19 equaling to 28, the cycle in the moon. Where do I get this? 3 to the power of 2, or BC, or Earth, Venus coming together, alpha, omega. Just trying to see which way I'm not sure if that's the way I had to do it. Hold on a second. Oh no, it was here. Why do I do that? Is there's 3 dots and then 2 dots come together over here, right? So I just go like that, right? And then I have the 3 dots down the center if you want to do it that way. And then you can look at the dice cube and you can see the 3 dots down here. But when you flip it to the 5, you now can see the 2 on the outside over here. You can also use it as 4 and 1, depends the way you want to do it. And if you notice, this is like a big 5 or 7 and also looks like a 2. We're not really sure if you only see part of it, what it's going to end up to be. So those are the numbers you have. 3 by 13, as you saw, 5775, the moon numbers, 13 and 31 and 13 equals to 57. And we have 31 and 13 and 31 equals to 75. And it just so happens that 5775 times 13 moons per year is 75075, which is also noted to be CDDC, or the CDC, also the house of CDC, or house, you can go maison, you can go house, because this is also this. Because if you're looking at it at a percentage sign, it's 3/4 of something, leaving that there's 1/4 left over. 3/4 of something, 1 part left over. But what happens if we took the 1 part over here and we only ran 3 out of 3 and run everything into thirds? 28, 28, 28, 84. Running cycles into thirds, that format, the 4 by 21 equals to 84, right? You have 4 of these cubes over here, 21 on each one, but it equals to 3 moon cycles of 28 days, which takes 4 cubes. 4 is equivalent to Mars, 28 is the equivalent to the moon cycle. Numeric value for Pluto is 84, 28. The Hebrew year we are in right now is this number over here. We've ended the full cycle inside this year. And when you look at it, just let me talk to the camera and look at some of the stuff up here. When you look at it, the Hebrew year right now, 5784, it's actually ending. Every time you announce a new year, the year's over. Every time you announce a new year, the year is over. It's done. It's gone. So if you're thinking it's the time that it is, it's not. Because with the year that you put the year ending. If you write something, and let's say you write October 7th or 6th, you write October 6th, 2023. The 2023 is what is ended, and all these months up to October. You mark a year, not a year and the days. It's less just like numbers. You're talking about the 2023 years that have ended, plus all these months over towards the next year. When you celebrate 2024, what are you going to celebrate? Are you celebrating the year ending? Yes. The year ending, when you celebrate New Year's 2024 and inaugurate 2025, you are celebrating the end of the year. Otherwise, why would you celebrate? Why are you going to celebrate into next year when you're celebrating the number year of the prior year? So when we celebrate the new year of 2024, you're celebrating it because it ended. Are you wishing for a new 2024? It can't happen. It can't happen because it's over, it's done. It's already happened. So is it possible that our vibration and our links are actually obscured within our own minds because we think that when we celebrate 2024 that we're going to have luck? I'm sorry, but 2024 will be over, and whatever happened, happened. You pray that in the year, okay, that ends and you celebrate 2024, you celebrate that you want it all to be great for 2025 because that's the year you are going into. And they sang the song, and I'm going to put on the song, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to come back. I'm going to get a drink. And we're going to put on this song while I'm... No, I don't want to put it on that way. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, Zager and Evans.
If you have an hour this week, you can learn 100 songs on the piano by learning just 4 chords. These.
Soothing, because we have been given all the elements in every single song, in every single note, in every single alphabet, with every single word, with everything that ever happens. But it feels so much better when you get that vibration, when you feel it. Okay, I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to play the rest of the song. I'm hoping to get it a little bit louder. In the year 2525, let me see this one more time. They have in the year 7510. Let me see. And Kappa. A and Kappa. I think this is, I have to look this up. And Kappa, Kappa. Okay, let me continue this. Okay, so let's see if I can get on and find the choice. I mean, they may. I mean, obviously it's an old song, but the video is, you know, the video they put with it. So I'm gonna go and read through it, the comment section, so I can catch up, and then I'm gonna get back onto the numbers they said in the song. The words I'm not gonna go over. I don't remember right now. But there's a great relevance when they went from 7510 to 8510. The 510, right, or the 51 happens to be Mars. The 8 and the 7 are the king and the queen, the number of eyes on each of them. The 7th and an 8th card are actually the same card. One has one moon, the other has two moons, as Earth has one moon and Mars has two moons. But the actuality is it's Mars, two moons, okay, that play a role in Earth, to where the one moon in Earth is actually the moon eye of Mars. If you look at the ACE letter, the ACE letter, the legs of Earth are extended over here, showing a moon on each end. The part of Mars is up over here, showing one moon. So we have one moon in Mars. We have two moons in Earth. The heavens are divided between the two moons. The heavens are divided between the two moons. And that's your H letter, is the division of the two moons. You have 66 in gematria on each side. So if I want to look at the M, okay, I'm going to have the M over here. With inside, I'm going to have the single moon of Mars. The M is also noted to be the Federation. The letter M, 1000, also noted to be 4, 5, and 6, or 1V1. Now, if you're thinking about the I, we're going to spin it over this way, and we're going to look at what happens with the I. See the way the I comes up over here? Let me get this. We get this crossing over here. I didn't do it. Maybe if I do it more exact, you'll understand it a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we go over here. And then we have the, let me see, did I get this right? Yeah, it's over here and over here. And then we run the H over here. And the moons, right? Now, if you want, we can run it that way, right? And then run it that way. So you can see like so. It almost looks like the curtains. The doorway is in between. So what did I do and why did I do that? Because I'm going to just redesign it again, not to lose it. Right? Is where the I came in. So the I comes in this way. So let me see, did I get that right? I like to make, it's got to be like that. So we get the I in this way. Now, where would that moon start? How would the moon start? How would that actual moon start? Would I, see, it's got to be on this end, right? It's got to be on this end over here. The moon starts over here. So should I be doing that to create that moon? And how big should the moon be in the center over here, right? You can almost say we're looking at this. See the way the Star of David, 3 triangles fit in between, separation of Taurus, and then 3 fit in. 3 is Taurus. And when you separate 3 balls, there's always a torus created between 3. Torus is created between 3. You have 3 offset circles, and inside you have torus. I call it the bull. That's why I call it torus. But when you have 4 of them, you have the star. With 3, you have Earth. And with the star, you have Mars. You have the Mars Stargate. In 7 is 8. Do these rotate within each other? Can they? If I put these over here, what will happen to my circles? But I don't want to get into that right now. Numeric value for Mars is 51. Numeric value for Earth is 52. And earlier on, we were talking, I'm not sure if I marked this down, about September. I'll put it down again. Is 103. But because we have the burr, which is valued at 28, we're going to go and get 78. 78 and 25 is 103. Your 78 is your gate. So all your burrs are your gateways, your gateway for Q17. And we're going to talk about that if I can put everything together, right? And since we have H, right, as 8 and Q is in the same house, we had 2 moons connecting H. We had 2 moons. So we connect those moons, it becomes Mars H, HQ. How about going HQ headquarters? The reverse of that is going to be F is for H, but actually it's Fox headquarters 45 to what is Q 17, 26, and 8. It equals to 43 and 8 equaling to 51. And 45 is 96, the month of February with 28 days. It's 4 by 24 and it's 3 by 32. It's also 3 by 23 and 4 by I'm just trying 3 by 23, something by, I have to see this has to be 69. This has to be 96. Where do we get this from? The word Fox equals to 45 and FOX are all in the house of 6, 6, and 6. But HQZ headquarters is 8 and 17 and 26. And it's just ironic that it's 888. And when you go to the ATM machine, you're going to see the Q and the Z on it. And the Q and the Z, when you add it, it equals to 43. Or how about the house of DC, right? A through M and your passage through T, T minus countdown. So we have September 103. We have Sept equaling to what is 7 is 36. And 5 is 41 equals to 70. In the year 3535, you will meet the hand of God. And when you add the 35 to it, it becomes 105 is noted to be the hand of God. 70 is the ring of the hand of God and the pole. 1 item is a pole. 2 items is the ring. It's the circle that goes around the pole. You want to call it Saturn, then we're accepting Saturn. This will also turn into ho, 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 equaling to what is 23, equaling to 15 and 8. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5, dividing the gate between in the year 85, 85 and 68. The cubes, 4 and 4 to what is 3 and 3. 6 and 2 to what is 5 and 1 Mars. 5 and 1 Mars to what is 6 and 2 the Queen. You can also say 1 and 5. If you say 1 and 5, you might be looking at 25, or you might be looking at 14. 14 can be noted to be 1/4, and 25 is 1/4 of what is 15 seconds on the 60-second clock. If everything is relevant, everything is relevant. So we're going to get back. I'm going to stop with this right now. I'm going to look back a page. I'm going to see where we're at. Back to who those who have been here before. There were 5, hardly anybody. Okay, let's see. Tammy Lynn, 79, but I guess 80 carries it to 78 also. I'm only guessing, of course. You know what? I never really looked how it works exactly. And if I did, I don't remember exactly. But let's look at it at this. 8 is on a new level. Okay, 80, 70, 60. But 80 in French is noted to be 420s. So really at 80, you're looking at 420s to where 79, you're looking at where is 60, which is 320s. I'm going to explain it again. In French, we do not say 70. We separate it. It says 60 and 10. Then it will say 11 in a word owns, douze, all the way up to where we get to 78. Now, 78 is a little bit different than 79 is different. In 78, you're going to reach the sun, and in 79, you're going to reach the moon. When you reach the moon, you have the 7th gate with the 9 birth. When you reach the sun, you have the 7th gate with the 8 heaven. If you have the 8 heaven, you landed in Mars. If you have the 9 birth, you landed on Earth. If you look at the 7 key and the 9 key on the telephone, there are 4 letters on each. The total of I think it's PQRS. PQR is PQRS. PQR. So Q and R equals the 35. So the total there is 70, where it's 98, right? It's 70 and 98. It's 70 and it's 98. So this is PQRS 70 and WXYZ is 98. They remove this, and on the ATM, they put it on the 1, and on the ATM, it's now PRS, equaling to 53, Electric Company C&E. And then they created 72. So they removed it. They put it on the ATM where it's Q17, 1 and 7 is 8. Where this is number 7 and this is number 8. 8 and 9 is 17Q. 1 and 7 is 8. 7 plus 0 is 7. So where this is 7 and 8 now becomes 8 and 9. So we now have Electric Company creation of the House of Bait. 2 is without the spirit. We hold the spirit inside the moon. Here, the spirit is within both. The 2 and 7 are within the cube. The 3 and 5 are within each other, but also they have territory. The 7 has only territory within 2, within Venus, the half-life. This is the only numeric value that will create both 17, 1 and 7, and 2 and 7. So it ups its level. 1 and 7, 8, 2 and 7, 9. 9 times 8, 72. 9 plus 8 is 17. When we bring 1 and 2 together, they combinate. Alpha and beta go together to create a complete equation. They are the only ones, A, B, C, and that is it. And after A, B, C, it becomes 5. It becomes Jackson 5. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Why 5? 1 times 2, 1 and 1 in its own. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2, where Earth and Venus come together. 3 and 2 equals to 5. So what is 1 ABC? It's ABC 5, and 2 and 5 is where Jack comes in. Sun is numeric value 48. I have to complete to explain that situation, why it's Jackson 5, or me, Shell, Jackson. Me meaning halfway, also definition of 4, 5, and 6. Mish or Ash equaling to H equaling to 8. Michel means half the ladder or halfway. Me or by. All these words, me and by, and there's a couple of other words for me, for my understanding, and already used in English and French. It means halfway, halfway up, or separated, or mean of 2, but not alone. So let me read a little bit more of this. That was an excellent question, Tammy, that definitely fits. We also go 81, 82. I think there's a complete separation between where is 7 and where is 8, because 8 becomes in 4 parts. What happens to us when we turn to dust? Happens to us if we turned back to dust? I'm sure not. Well, you know what? We are nothing. we're going to be nothing, and we always will be nothing, because in nothing is everything. And inside of everything is something and nothing at all. I'm going to explain it. That here is a whole, that there's nothing there, nothing that you see but energy. So if you are within the energy that I can't see, then what are you? You are everything and you are nothing. That when I breathe and with inside of me, nothing goes. But it is the energy that is within that ignites and illuminates the body that speaks. But otherwise, I am everything and nothing at all. Mary Catmus, 6 weeks after surgery, I don't know, dude. Yeah, Tammy, yo, 11. See, I'm learning. Yes. Are you a juggler dude? Juggler dude, metaphor for metatasking. Hi, kitty kit meow. Okay, let me read a little bit more. Okay. Sept is 4 in ohms. 7 is 4 in 11. That's very interesting. Okay. Now it depends which way you want to say it. I'm going to tell you now. I wish I was keeping up. There's just so many things going on that 7 void, and 2 dot to where 5 dot and 4 void. Yes, 7 and 4 do go together in that element there. 2 and 5 is the Q gateway because of its mathematics. 7 and 4 will create angels. Only 2 and 5 Earth creates the angels in this element. 7 and 11, okay, that if you would count 7 days, and then you would count 3 days, and then you would count 1 day, that 1 day would be the center day to the next week. You have 7 days as a full week, then you have 3 days for part of the week to where the 1 day connects the week, and that would be the 11th day, in which you would now connect the next 10 days. So it's 11 days, and then it becomes 7, 3, 1, 3, 7 days, 3 days, and 1 day. Then I have 3 days to end the week, and then I have another 3 days. Let me count that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we need 17 days. I think we need 17 days. Let me see. 7 days, 3 days, 1 day, 3 days. And then we have 3 days, 1 day. I'm just trying to see what that equation is. Because the center to the 11th day is 10 days before and 10 days after. And then that 11th day, okay, changes everything. So we have 7 days. Should I be counting that one simple day? Just to understand, 11 is 11th. It's not like first, like on the 21st day. That is like on the first day. So there's 20 days in between. So when we work on ST and ST, we can work an equation that's in between these days. I'm not sure. Are you still here, Mr. Mike? Mr. Mike? Let me see what we have here. November 9, 11/9/74. November 9th, 11/9/74. Now, I'm not really sure why you put that. I have to try and figure out. 9/11/74. We have the 9th of November. We have 7 and 4. Why? I'm just trying to figure out. 11 is like 2. The 11th month is like 2, opposite of 5, bringing on what is 4. And 7 is missing from what is with 2, if that's what you're talking about. December is 12/10/1 because Deca, it's the 12th month. It's like the first month, but Deca is like 10. Deck the halls with balls of holly. So if we're decking the halls with balls of holly talking about the Holy Ghost, 10 equaling to the mirror angel, ABCD, the runner up to what in creation. Then we have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, why 33, 64? I'd have to understand that one, or 11, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. I'm not really following. 1 is 2 is 4 is 8 is 16 is 32 is 64. I understood that one. The first one is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Why 33, 64? I'm just trying to understand it. But yes, you can, if you add up, yes, if you go 1 over to 32 and add 1 equaling to 33, and then you envelop what's in between that, if you want to look at it that way. Rome starts in Julius 7 at Augustus 8. But also backwards as Octavian 10. And it's fine. I'm not really understanding 100%, but I see it because if you want to shift, you see, if we shift numbers, we had 1 inside of 2, right? And then 8 on the outside of 7. So the heavens are on the outside of what's in the gateway, where Alpha, the spirit, okay, has Beta, the house, inside of it. But the heaven is on the outside of the 7th gate. So we're living inside of 2 and 7, where 2 belongs. Did you understand what this is here? Let me, and I'm going to get back to this also. So what happens is when you're talking about 7 and 1 over here, if you want to look at it that way, what happens is I'm going to put 2 and 8 over here. So what happens over here is that these 2 join together. This would be the void with 2. Although there's not 7 elements in here, I'm not looking for that, right? To connect them is 7. Do you follow what I'm saying? It's 2 and 7 coming together. What is 1 spirit outside the house? Okay. Outside the house is the 8. It's on the outside of the, I'm just trying to take a look. So if we went this way, so we'd have this and this. Look at that, 87. So we'd have 6 and 6. This would be 5, or it'd be 6 and 3, and then 3, and then 6. 51, by the way, is Mars. 33 is mass. 33 is also the rotation of the sun. 6 and 8 is the dividing gate. 6, 7, and 8 is 21. 12, 21. 3 and 9 equals to 12. 3 and 18 equals to 21. 99 come together in that formation of the creation. It's the I and R, or it's what basic 360 degrees creates. 3 by 6, 18. 3 plus 6, 9R, equaling to 27. And we live inside the house of Bait, 2772. 3 by 9, one of the equations. 9 by 8 equals 72. 3 by 9 equals 27. Right here. It took both 3 and 8 to create these equations. It's bringing the house exactly together, sitting on this finger over here, whatever that finger is going to say. Let me read more of these comments. We're only down to 1 person now. I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to come back. I'm quite sure there's more out there. Let me see if they're over here with Facebook. I know it seems like I'm all over the place, but that's the way this goes. Building from pieces and parts. Okay, so I see I'm actually, let me see, am I running this on Facebook over here? Let me see this. Okay, it seems like nothing's getting out. Somehow I'm blocked. I just want to write something. You notice that through the numeric value of angels, right? Through the numeric value of 74, through the numeric value. Okay, just 1 second. Just give me a second. Through the numeric value of 74, the numeric value for the cycle of the moon and man is created. The complete variation of the star system through number 74, which is Jesus, is also creating the 10 angels, which is A, B, C, D equaling to 10, which also ignites what is 70 and what is 90. So everything is there but 70 and 90 for the reason of Jesus. Because 70 brings on what is the moon and 90 brings on the sun. And without the numeric value for energy, time, Jesus, cross, we wouldn't have 7 and 9, but we'd still have the heavens. But we wouldn't need the heavens if we didn't have the igniting of the 6. We turned the 6 into the 9 and we went into the heavens. Number 8. The house in number 8, T-U-N-V, Tav, it's a Hebrew letter, Tav in one word. And inside of this is the 63, your creation. T20, U21, V22, TV, 5G, inside the heaven's gate. Number 8 on the telephone. The numeric value is 63 equaling to 9. So now we know that 789 at this moment equals to, just give me a second, 789 equals to the Tav. Tav equals to 63. So we have 899 in which, sorry, we have 798. We have 798. The 8 is in the 9th position. The 9 is in the 8th position, birth into the heavens, divided gate and headquarters. And the 7 is in the 7th position, right over here. 3.5 is half, 49 is half. 35 and 49 equals to what is 84 Pluto, or now switched over to what is 75 electric, or moon if I do it the other way. The numeric value for Pluto is 84. The numeric value for the pole in the ring of the 4th finger and the 9th finger, Mars in birth, also 2 to the power of 2 and 3 to the power of 2. Life, creation. It now gets switched to 899. 899, the heavens in Jupiter, the heavens of 13. This is the equation that it turns into. It went from 798 to 899. So that's a new equation. So I have to change my whole formation on the telephone for that. So I'm going to go get a drink. I'm going to come back. I'm going to read everything that everybody said. I'm going to try to catch up. I'm a little bit all over the place. So if you have to rewatch this video, I don't think we can do it alone. I can't do this alone. I'm putting it all out here. I'm hoping that we can set up a team and get together and talk about it and classify. And we have a program that we can put it all in, because I can tell you all these things, how everything fits. But I know there's a lot of people that tell me I'm lost. They don't understand. If you don't understand, stop me in my tracks right now. I have a lot of things that I don't think I'm going to lose. I'm still setting up the separation of the year, and it goes even deeper than that, because I got to separate it for really 4 years. So let me move on to the next. As June 1st, 12 opposite Rome, Julius 1. June is when the light goes to 24, and the O at the poles. Okay, the O at the poles, you're at the gateway, your separation of the 7th gate. June is the 6th month. It's the half-life. It's the church. 12 equals to a gateway, whether you say it in French or you say it in English. 12, 36, 40, 50, 66, 71. Yes, absolutely creates Q. So it's all about a gate, separation of a gate, the 9 lives of the cat, and everything to do with 2 and 4, which is the electric gate. Because 2 and 4, the void to 2 and 4 is 5 and 3. And the capsulate of the center of that is 7 and 5, which is the electric moon. Why do I say that? Because 7 and 3 is 10, 5 and 5 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, the center finger is 1. I can say this, 1 and 1. I can say this, as 1. Which way do we go with this? Okay, so this caps it, and we get that cap ratio over here. See the 4 and 9, 13, 1 and 3 is 4, the 1 and 6 is 7, the 7 months, the 4 months, the 1 month, the 7 and 6, 13, the 4 and 3, 7, the 8 and 5, 13, the 2 and 5, 7. It creates windows, and a singular window, it creates a double pane window, then a single window, then a double pane window, and a single window, and a double pane window, and that's what it does. I don't know if I have it right here with me. See the single window, only one, and here there's 2, but I wrote on it, so you know, I just wrote on this. Then there's also understanding, is everything supposed to be set up this way? Let's not get into that. When that happens, it's because we're breaking. When we do that, when that happens, right, my quadrille paper splits all my quadrilles in half. Do you want to call them spares or strikes? Are we going to go into bowling right now? At the pole, 6 and 21st solstice, 6, 6, 6. I'm just trying to think. 6 and 3 comes together. 6 and 2 comes together. 21st solstice is 6 and 21st solstice. If I do the shifting, first of all, it's 21. 21 would be the completion of a cube. Let me see. So sometimes when I say opposite, it forms together. So this is what I'm going to do to my numbers, right? In order to create the form that they gave me, in order to give me the form, I'm going to use this. But if I use this, I got 5 and 5, 6 and 4, 3 and 7, 2 and 8, 1 and 9. They're all 10. Right? And then what I'm going to do is 19 minus 9, right? And 18 minus 8, and 17 minus 7, 16 minus 6, and etc. And 15 minus 5, and 14 minus 4, and then 13 minus 3, and 12 minus 2, and 11 minus 1. So this, okay, over here is the core and the heart of roulette, or of 36 numbers. And the numbers are 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They crisscross, okay, and it creates 111. Where 35 and 39 come together, equaling to 74, right? 8 and 3 equals 11. To where 17 and 20 come together, equaling to 37, where equals to 2 and 8. In the creation of the heavens, okay, and the cycle of man. So this one will create 1, 3 and 7 equals to 10, 7 and 4 equals to 11. The divisions in the cubes, in 3 cubes, is 10 and 11. Notice this is 1 part, this is 2 parts. So the part down here is going to be called the part with the pole, and the part up here is going to be called the part with the ring. You notice there's both 7s. We're going to call this Mars at this point, and this one we're going to be calling Earth. The 3, the 4, 3rd planet, 4th planet, creates the last 7, 21, 3 7s for 21. This one is 11, which is actually, let me just take that away. 2. We have 283 and we have 182. All the numbers fit in their position. So now we're going to go at 4. We're going to go 7 and 6 equals to 13. We're going to go 8 and 5 equals to 13. And we're going to go 9 and 4 equals to 13. I was speaking a little bit earlier about how we got to 12. Well, it's 9 and 3 equaling to 12. and it's 9 and 4 equaling to 13. Womanship ends, manhood ends, the woman begins here. 14, right, only begins here. The sun only begins at 5-9. That's where it begins, and the cubes start at 5-9. Why did the cubes start on 5-9? Because when you have 5 and 4, you have 9. So you're going to have what is 2 and 3 equaling to 5. The ram. So why 5 and 9? Why isn't it something else? Well, we have other numbers that work, but this one is EIO. 59 minutes, 59 seconds on the 60-second clock. 5 and 1 equals to Mars 6. This equals to 14 and 14 equals to 28. It's the cycles of the moon in the DNA of the sun, the light within us. Where do I get these numbers from? 6 and 60. 5 and 9 is 14. 14 and 14 equals 28, the numeric value for man. The continuation of this is going to create 5 and 4, the numeric value for the sun, but the end result will be the IT system in the sun. It is birth inside the sun. How do I get this over here? 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 4 and 5 equals to 9. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4. Did I get this right? Hold on a second. Okay. Yes, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4, 7. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to what is 2 and 3 equals to 5. 3 and 4 equals to 7. And 4 and 5 equals to 9. So we connect this one here, and that one there. And then you take a look at the cube of 5 and 2, and you flip them over, and you have 5 and 2. You look at 3 and 4, and you flip your 3 and your 4 over, and you flip them again, and you have 3 and 4. So everything comes together with 3 and 4 when you have on the outside 2 and 5. So if I point 2 up, that means 5 will be down. And all the way around, right, is going to be 3 opposite 4, telling me that 1 and 6 are in the same realm. Now, the crazy thing about this is that the word 6 equals to 5 and 2, and the word 1 equals to 3 and 4. And 1 and 6 being that the numeric value for 6 and 1 equals to 86, the numeric value for the divided DC house. And it's a hot house. You know why? Because 43 equals to the word hot. 34 equals to the word cold. 77 is power. It's also matter. It also creates what is 49 and 14 equals to 63, and it's part of what the word accumulates to say yo. Yo 11, the student. Now, the reason for that is because the word 11 equals to 63, and you say yo 11, in short, in French, this means student. So when you're calling 11, you're calling 9, you're actually going to say canine. Canine. Well, I'm sorry, 11 is here. The 11th letter is K. The 9th letter is I. I just wrote canine. And also the 9 lives of the cats. This is the IT system that we are in, right over here. So this is this formation. So we have 13. All 1 and 3, 1 and 3 equals to 4. And we also have 2 and 2 equals to 4. Whoops, sorry. We have 2 and 2 equals to 4. How do we get 17 or 7? 7, we have 16, 25, and 34. Is there any other way to get to 7? We can use 97, and 88. The same way we put these numbers together. It's 1 and 9, or is it 19? Is it 28, or is it 2 and 8? Is it 37, or is it 73? Etc. So all these numbers have continuous stories. At the same time, we have 1 and 6 equals to 7, 2 and 5 equals 7, 3 and 4 equals to 7. Are there any other ways to get to 7? Well, we can do 10 minus 3 equals to 7, or 9 minus 2 equals to 7, or 8 minus 1 equals to the 7. So if we take a look on the cube over here, we have 1 and 8 comes together. The one spirit of 8, that when I drew up that page just a few minutes ago, you can now see that the 8 void on the outside of that bubble of 17, and the 1 is on the inside. See, 2 and 8, it's like my 2 fingers and then your 2 fingers, right? 2 up here and then 2 down here, inside and outside. Yeah, I got to get that drink. I'm really thirsty. So we have 8 and 1. 2 and 9 is the IT system birth, and this one is September. It's also JC. Perhaps we can say JC, Jesus Christ. We can also go to the bar mitzvah if you'd like. It's also the running of the cycles. JC is also Earth and Mars, as I've mentioned a minute ago, or 10 minutes ago, or an hour ago. And I didn't even do that page right over here. We didn't finish with the alphabet that we started an hour ago. So where was I? Yeah, okay, I'll just mark it down that Earth, Mercury, and Mars. The numeric value for Mercury is 103. Notice the way it starts with MER, Mars, Earth, matter and energy, resident angel with creation, alpha beta creation of the angels in the divided world, in the oceans of Mercury. I'll explain this after. Earth is 52, Mars is 51. So we can go V11, V11, we can go V1. Okay, and this is going to create 17. This one will create 11. So we have these two, king and queen, perhaps, that comes together. Also, this that comes together, TH, like in fourth for time heaven, like a recreation, right? Your bar mitzvah comes in over here under Jesus Christ, under Earth and Mars connecting together, turning from boy into man. Another thing is, one of the reasons I did this 939495, okay, because it separates, the cube separates between 3 and 4. We have separation in the fourth and the leap year, unless you want to run the full cycle. So when we separate over here, my highest number I can get is this, in the old world into the new world. And then over here, because man moves up to here. Now the alphabet divides over here. So now the woman gets 4 and the man gets 5. 4, 5 is fox. If you add up 1 through 9, it equals to 45. If you multiply 5 by 9, the average of 9 areas, 1 through 9 equals to 45, or 9 by 5 is the average. The high side is 6. 9 by 6 equals to 54. So now we can also say, well, what about 15? Because the numeric value that fits into Mars, right? So that'll be 9 and 6, 15, because that should create the rotation of your creation, and pi begins over here. Remember, when you start, we stand on the beginning when you get alpha inside of beta. So now once you get the 5E, you must go EF, because you're replacing alpha with E, with the 5. And you're replacing beta with the 6. But there's something ironic that happens, okay, with this. And it doesn't happen with anybody else, okay? This 6 is the only 7 on the cube. The only 7. And when 5775 comes together, just like in 1776, let me show you this. I know I've opened up 5 cans of worms right now, and 1776, okay? 5775, 6771, 7557, 5775, 3333, or 12121212, or 2222, 333, 555, 6666. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 3, 6. 2 plus 3, 5. 2 plus 3, 5. 2 plus 3, 5. We have all 5 and 6. We have 11, 11, 11, 11. The opposite side of these cubes are 9 and 9. But if I take into account that I must remove 2 from one side and 5 from the other, that'll be 18, as 9 plus 9 equals to 18 minus 7 equals to 11. So we're running at 9 and 7. Remember the 9 and 7. 9 and 7 are the only numbers. 7 is Mars. In this scenario, 9 becomes the moon. The reason for that is inside 3 by 17 equals to 51 Mars. And inside of 3 by 19 equals 57 the moon. So although I can say Mars is the 8 heaven, right? 1 and 7 is that 8 at the 7th gate. This is the moon, and this will be the sun. It comes into the moon, but it connects to the sun. The reason for that is 14 and 13, and the alphabet divides at 13.5. You can also look at matter and energy. Again, you can also say orange. If you say orange, you have to say yellow and red because it's a mixture. 92, 27, or how about 911? It's a mixture, equals to 119. 29 or 11. 92, 27, 7 and 2, 9, 2 and 9, 11. 27 and 92 equals the 119. 1 and 1 is 2, and 9. 1, and put this 1 over here, and it equals to 1 and 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 92, you can look at it looking like that. You can also look at it looking like that. Because if I did it in the air, if you saw my hand and I said write a B, I'll do this. That's my B. I'm not doing, I can, otherwise, I can do the B this way. Or I can do the B this way. So am I dragging my B1 and continuing it like I need a cane to stand up? And we all know that there's 2 D's inside a B. But inside a D is only 1 D. So can we be talking about the Earth, the singular moon, and the moon? Remember, on a dice cube, we have 2 and we have 4. 2, you can tell where it is. Look, when 1 is up and 6 is down, or when 6 is up and 1 is down, 2 is going over to the right. When 4 is up, or 3, 2 is to the left. But the 1 and the 6, 2 is to the right. Bottom left, top right. And this one over here is, let me see, number 2, dot, and then the 2 dot with the 6. No, let me see the bottom left. Okay, this one is with the 6. Okay, the 6 and the 1 up, And this one over here is the 3 and the 4 up. This is going to be top left to bottom right. So the equation is bottom left, BLTR, BLTR, and this will be TLBR. So they're both the same. Top, let me see this. Top right. Oh, okay. No, this is top right. Okay, this is top right. This is, hold on, I started with bottom left. Bottom left, bottom right. You see, bottom left, bottom right. Top left, bottom left. Top right, bottom right. BR and TR. So I'm not really sure. Anyways, that's that short little equation. We did this, right? At the end, it creates this, and this will at the end, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will end up with this again in the equation. It'll come right back to the beginning. So we did the thing with 1776. I didn't complete this. I completed this. I didn't completely explain this, but you get the drift with 1, 4, and 7, and all the numbers that come into 1, 4, and 7. And just note that this one is also a vowel, right? It's a vowel. Number 1 is a vowel. I'm going to get something to drink. Going to come back and read the rest of the comments. See where we are. 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay, we did that. We did that. Yo is Mars and Earth. It also becomes, I'm just trying to think what else it becomes. I'm just reading, going through them. Mark Messier, who is that? Is he another numbers guy? Is this a numbers guy, Mark Messier? Jesus turned the table in the temples. IWM here still think. Oh, yes, I want to do that. Thank you for reminding me about that. I wanted to go back and do that again. Moses hit the rock too hard when throwing a fit. What's the difference? Can you tell me? Rock equals to 47, which equals to 33, equals to time. So Moses and time. Well, the difference between what? Yeah, Moses hit the rock too hard. Okay, let me see that. Rock is time, 8th heaven. 8798. Okay, I'm just trying to keep up from where everybody is to where I was. My day is 10th month, the 8th day. Happy birthday. So we're 60s from the 60s. We're in the 60s. No, it was my birthday on Wednesday. I am officially in my 61st year of life. 61 equates to the church. It equals to the half-life. It equals to what is coming of a boy. 13, the half-life, 1 and 6. 1 and 6 explains everything. 1 and 6. 1 and 6 is 777. Brings in 777. So it brings in the complete year because 7 times 7 times 7 is 343 CDC. 777 is just C, 21, right? Equals 364, or 28 man times the 13 moons. The woman's holding on to the moon to where the man has not left the moon yet. (19, 21, 30, 42). Libra is 42. Is that correct? It's a dividing gate. L and I is 21 plus 19. 21 and 19. Yeah, it divides the gate with B, with 13. It divides it by the moon, the spirit. So where else do we have? You have been doing this way too long to be lost, sir, as most of ones with Mr. Heart Apple Sage. Thank you very much. Am I saying I'm lost? When I'm lost, I'm not sure where I am in the discussions when I'm lost. But I can tell you right now, from the last 20 years, I really and truly believe that what I say at 90% or 85% is the actuality, or 100% of what I say when it comes to the numbers matching. Now you can say, well, you're just pish-poshing everything together. You can pish-posh all you want together, but the story remains the story. Can't change the story already spoken. We can discuss and see a new version of the story, a new version of the story, a different understanding. Can't the person change their mind? Seriously, Lafa lied, speaking of the cat. Can a person change their mind? Absolutely not. Your mind is your mind. You can't change it. Because if you could change your mind, what would actually be happening? That you're not holding on to your mind, just an element of thought that's going through your computer. So you're upgrading the what would be calling changing the mind, changing of the guards. So what you stood up before and yesterday, you're no longer standing up for. Very cool. Free casino chips. Okay, I'm not sure who you're talking about, Tammy. Wish I did. Who's lost, but it's irrelevant. It doesn't fit to the subject line. What I'm going to go on to next is I want to finish off this piece over here with the H and the I, because what's missing inside of here, right, is the extension. And then over here, what's missing, okay, is the second part of this extension. I'm going to see if I can draw this in a lighter color. And voila. Now, what did I just do? Well, I'm going to show you what I did. We went, let me see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We did that over here. At the same time, over here, we have this. And let me see here. We did 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me do this again. And we do this. And now we're going to take on the second part to where 1, 2, 3, 4. where the second part is over here. Second part is over here. So when we complete the ACE letter, this is what it looks like. Here is the A letter. Oh, I forgot one more piece is missing. One more piece is missing. There. This is what it looks like right here. And what do we have? We have the I and the H right over here. We have the Z over here. We have the N over here. So that's basically what it looks like. I'm trying to understand deeply what it's actually saying. In this one over here, we can close it off. And these are closed off at half. This one's closed off. This is not closed off. These are open. So what if I took a picture of this? All right, can I get a picture of this? Hold on, let me see if I can get a picture of this. Trying to get it straight. Okay, now let me just see this, what I can do with this. Just hold on a second. I'm here. Let me see if I got the screenshot. Ah, there it is. Okay, so I got the screenshot. Let me see if I can make something of it. Can you see it? So now I move it over here. I'm going to turn it black. So I want to see if I have to see my screen behind me. Okay, so I got that. And now we're going to go here. Okay, and whoop, let me just do this. I copied it. Let's see what it does. Hold on a second. So I got the same thing. So now I got to flip it that way, and then I have to flip it up. So now it goes here. So that's what happens. You see that? Right here is the design I made. And this is what it becomes. Now, my question is, only look at one side of this. Although I've pieced it together, what happens if I would be doing this? Whoop, not that. Right? Almost like a house. Like, look at that. Right? Almost like a house being built, but I don't want to do that. What I want to do, whoop, I don't want to do that either. What I want to do is I'm going to copy it and paste, and then I'm going to rotate it, and then I'm going to get that over there. And now we're going to copy it and paste, and then we're going to rotate it. I'm not keeping very straight. Just give me a second. Now we're going to copy it one more time. Now I can do one of two things. Copy, paste. I can do one or two things. I can put it down here. Right? Can you see it? I can put it down here. I can overlap and bring it halfway up. So we jailed in one side. See the way we can see the floor in here now? By moving our numbers together, we get things in scales. We have to move it up and overlap. But for now, I'm not. For now, I'm just, hold on a second. I have to move this because I have other work on the same page. So let me copy this. Let me go to a new page here. Hold on a second. Yeah, so we got this here, and now we're going to paste, and now we're going to flip it. So now, oh, it's not giving me the transparent copy. Copy, and now we're just going to shove this one out. Now we're going to paste it. And now we can put the house together like this. So this is the way it's going to look. And this is only because I created the letter ace. I added on 2 moons to it. I connected the ace and I added on H, I, N, and Z to those letters. Or I can actually, let me see if I can get it like this. So hold on a second. What happens? See, I got 2 ears. I got an ear here and an ear here. What if I colored it in? If I gave it a blue eye? What if I gave it a red nose? What if I gave it a red, no, maybe, what if I gave it a yellow nose? And then give it something in its upper deck or its main deck right over here. What would this? Oh, just hold on a second. I just want to, I don't know why it's disappearing. I don't know why it won't let me, oh, I forgot. I got to rotate it to the right. Yeah, so now I can put it that way. And if you notice, if you take a look, it's like the DNA band, right? And there's a cube in the center over here. So what is above is actually going to be below. Yes, it could be Zen. Absolutely could be Zen. So now you see what I did. What I did with that picture. Hold on a second. I could let me see. I just want to do one thing. Just want to give it another color. Okay, I'm just trying to upload it to save as. My computer is running really, really slow, so just give me a second. I'm going to have to maybe close a couple of windows or something. This is art, the ACE letter with HINZ. And by the way, though, the total of those letters, that letter count, right? The letter count for what I did happens to be 57 plus the ACE letter. Okay, I got it here. I just want to put this up just to show you a little bit clear. So here's what it looks like. So this is what it looks like, right? I mean, I can't point to it because look, I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side. Look, oh my God, look, I'm over here. So there's something in front of me, right? So it's almost like what's going on right now. One second. Let me just take this off now. I'm going to read the comments. Bandwidth, explain that. Which crony, chronological? Very good. Chronological crony, right? Chronological crony, grandfather clock. Okay, so now we're going to have to think about the backside because I'm going to have to think about Greek. So I'm going to have to use now Greek. I need to use Greek from the very beginning. English, Greek, French, Hebrew, and I just keep adding on. I got to do Spanish. Yoalev, here comes the student. Okay, so I did this piece now. Now, in this piece, what I did not do yet, okay, and I think I'm going to have to do it now, right? And I should have did it. Just give me a second. I'm going to do it now. Okay, I'm moving things apart because I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So here's our original piece, right? So I'm going to copy, and I'm just going to go to that other page here, and oh no, I just want to do this, and I'm going to paste this over here. Now, why I did that is because I need to create a moon. Okay, I need to create the moon. Now, do I create the moon in the center? Right? Or do I create one moon around everything? Right? Here's the ACE letter. Do I create one moon and then another moon here and another moon here? Almost notice the way it creates a mouth. Let me do that again. Let me make this bigger. Remember, we started, I'm just going to show you what we started with. We started with this. We drew a line down here and a line down here. Let me just make this longer. And after we did that, okay, I drew the Z over here, and then I took it in the center here. I split the ACE up, and I did the N over here, right? So why do I have those other two lines coming down? I want to know, did I make a mistake somewhere? This line over here coming down. Why do I have that line? The Z? Oh, because, hold on a second. Right, okay. I can do that, but I'm gonna do this. I forgot about that. HIN, right? Hold on a second. Let me get the white back out here. Let me just, yeah, that's better. Okay, so let me fix this up a little bit. So we have the word here. Let me fix this up. Why do I come all the way down here? That shouldn't be there. Just fixing up the word a bit, and then this, right? And then there we got that. ZAHN. Okay, so we got back the word, and now we have to put the moon. So, and you notice when you take a look at this, take a good look. I'm going to see. You can either see if you, let me see, if you put lines down here, this is a pyramid. See the way it goes like that? This is a pyramid. And down here, over here, it looks like number 9, right? I'm just trying to show you that this goes down here. How can I do this? Almost like solid. Let me do this and this. It's almost like this area down here, right? It's like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create those moons. Get rid of that. Whoop. Okay, we're going to create those moons, and I'm going to create that moon right there. Okay, and I'm going to take away the. I'm going to keep that. And then we're going to take the other moon, and where do we put the other moon? Where do I put the other moon? You see, the H is over here, right? Is that where the H is? Should I have it in the middle of the H, or should I have it down below the line, right? The Earth starts over here. Here's the hat. Earth starts like this. I'm going to show you. Here's the top part, and then here's the bottom part. This is the hexagon, the pentagram, part of the octagon, right? So my question is, does Earth start on this corner over here and this corner over here for a moon? Or should I go around the corner here and use this for the moon and then come around having the moons in both areas? So there's a few ways that it has to be done for a better understanding. For now, I'm just going to do it this way. So now what we're going to do, you see I had to create that Z, right? So do I have to encompass the entire Z, or should it be this way? This one here on that H, and then this one, let me see, try to make it the same size. And then we'd do it here. Okay, so now this is the H that came down to here, but only went up to there. So I'm just trying to figure out how this passes the line when it didn't pass the line over there. It shouldn't pass the line over here, right? So this is the way it should look. And that's the overlapping moons. Now, if I added the complete color in with it, hold on a second. And this is what it would look like. Now, if you take a look, not sure if you're going to, not easy to see. Perhaps I'm making it up as I go, but it's what I see. And I see, oh, I see, no, let's not do it that way. I see a line to here. Then I see another line here. Then I see another line here. Well, let me take that away. Let me do that again. Whoop. Okay. Oh, I ruined it. Okay, let me do that again. First we go here, here, here. Then I can see it going all the way to here. And I see it going all the way down here and up here. Something like that is in there. I can see it. Let me do this again. Something here and here and here and then there. And then in this one, whoop. And then this one, I see that. That's what I see. There's a reflection inside of that. Anyways, besides that, whoop. Besides that, this is the club, right? If we had a club, right? If we had a club, let's take away the extra stuff, right? Hold on a second. I mean, we can do that and say it's the nickel. You know, the nickel that we see. I don't know why it's doing that, but so anyways, we're going to do this. Right here. So we see the stand, right? You know, you see the stand, you have the stand, right? Like that, right? Okay, on the deck of cards, you have the stand. So what you do now is you do this. You notice where the T is, right? Should I do it this way? Or, hold on a second. Or should I do this? Or should I actually be doing this at the end? Anyways, we're going to stop with that. I'm going to come back to, I'm going to get something in the kitchen. I'm going to come back. Let me see what else is written here. 8 is a bird monkey. Right, art math, there are no rules, but there are rules because I need to follow the matrix. This square lined paper are the rules, right? That's why they call it the rules, the ruler, right here. The number of areas, or if you want to just say 1 inch by 1 inch, the ruler, the yardstick, the weights and measures, the element scale, inches, like you said, candy rollouts, 100 grams or 100 grand bar. Yes, absolutely. The vortex. Bowing on stage, bow, bow. It's actually 13. You're talking about the woman's moon in a way because 13, if 13 was the moon, would 26 be 2 moons? Why did I say that? It's the one cycle of the moon. Okay, don't. I have to do the equations. Anyways, let me get back to what I did a while ago. I more or less finished with this. I didn't finish with the middle of the week where we need 21 days. We need 21 days, and where it's 10 days, 1 day, and 10 days. And the Mayans even worked in a similar cycle. What I began this video doing right at the beginning was not this. 2 hours ago, I started with this and was dividing up the alphabet. I kept it at this because by doing this, right? Let me see this, and by doing this, I'm going to create that window. Let me see. This goes here from here. This goes here from here. Forget about this goes here to here. This goes here to here. So you can see the long box. Before it looked like a window. Now it looks like a longer box inside of this one, right? You see this line over here? This is just connecting this box with this box. Okay, so here's the alphabet. 7, 9, and 4, 13. 13, 24, 32. 17, 33, 53. 25, 51, 61, 70, 73. 1, 8, 5, 4. That is the base alphabet. If I'm counting this way, 38, 40, is it 42, 22, 38, 46, 48, 3, 42, 52, 53, and 4, 53 and 4, 57, 3, 26, 46, 56, 66, 6 and 6, 12, 1 and 2, 3. This is what happens when I take out the vowels and I just put in back in order the alphabet right over here. I ended up with 1, 8, 5, 4, 9, 9, to where the void to the void, to where inside of here, the void to the void, they both fit inside their same cube. 5 and a 4 void, to where there's 1 and an 8 void. So you actually have 5 and 1, 6, to where you have 8 and 4, 12. You have now 3 and 6 coming together. The only one you don't have is 2 and 7 coming together. 10, 26, 36, 46, 48, 15, 32, 42, 52, 57. The moon. Woman, freedom. Sun, moon, freedom. The total And you notice there's 9 difference and 9 difference. So the total is 171. 6, 13, 21, 2. If you add up 1 through 18, it equals to 171. Q, Q, Mars, DC coming together. Mars, DC coming together. When you add up the vowels, we put the vowels into their place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The question is, does this one get enveloped over each other? There might be a different equation I'll have to create. Where we have A, C, E, F, I, A, C, E, F. I could have also put them back into their order the same way I could have put these back into their order. If I put them back into their order, I'm just going to come up with the old system. If I put them back into their order, what did I have? 12? If I put them back into their own order, right, I'm going to end up with 2, 4, 7, 8, 11, 13. I'm going to end up with 2, 2, 2, 4, 7, 8. It'll be, sorry, 2, 4, 7, 8. That's what it is. It's only 2, 4, 7, and 8. The gateway, the cycle of time, the divided gate. In this row, I have 10. In this row, I have 11. In this row, I have nothing. There's no 3, there's no 6, and there's no 9. 3, 6, and 9 are in vowels. 1 and 5. 1 and 5 is going to get ignited between here and here. There's your 1 and 5. So here you have, looks like a 6, looks like a 1, or could be a 9. Your total here is 24. 4, 9, and 6 is 15, 24. The total over here of 2, 4, 7, and 8 is 15, and 4 is 19, is 21. 21 here, 24 there. 3 and 6 comes together. This is the way your alphabet gets to be set up. If we look at it here, we have 9. Here we have 6 and 9 is 15. Here we have 16. And here we have 8 and 6. Here we have 14. We have 9, 7, and 5. So we have 5, 7, and 9. And then over here we have 9. And here we have 12, 17, 8. And here we have 5, 6, 12, 3. And then in this equation, we have 3. Here we have 6, 15, 16, 7. Here we have 3 and 9. 3 and 9 is 12, and 5 is 17 is 8. I didn't do this one over here because this one runs a little bit different. There's all these coming down on the angle. I didn't do these, right? I didn't do all of these. Here would be 5, 4, 7. This would be 5, 4, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5 would be this one over here, counting it this way. I don't want to get into it because there's more equations that I left out. Yeah, so when we add up this, okay, I got 9. I didn't get what I got over here. I got 9, 8, 3, 7, 5, 7, 9. 7 is on this side. The 8 is on this side. Just trying to see what was on what side. This one up over here will be also 8. So between 8 and 8 and the corner. So that's the gate. So in between the gate, I have 9, 7, 5, born through the moon. And here it's telling me the heavens are within this numeric value, which is the skies of Saturn or the moons of Saturn. That's what it's telling me. And when you put two Venuses together, you end up with Mars and you end up with Saturn, because Mars is in every planet. Mars is in every planet except for Mercury, Venus, and Earth. After that, Mars is everywhere. Yes, the moon. FIA, FIF. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I didn't get to do what I wanted to do at the beginning. I still didn't finish off explaining certain things. I was going to be doing these equations about numbers, and like I didn't finish with a 9, 9 and 5, 9 and 6. And then it changes because 9 and 7 is not the same as these. And in Hebrew, right, this changes in Hebrew. In Hebrew, okay, they go tet and yod, but they'll go tet vav and tet zion, which is 9, 6, and 9, 7. They'll say it differently. And then they'll go yod 8 and then yod 9, as they'll do yod 5 and then yod 4. But here, it's not the same. Earth and Mars come together. This word spells love. It's the only one that duplicates on the dice, where 5 dot to 4 void, to where 4 void to 5 dot, to where 3 dot to 6 void, to where 6 dot to 3 void, and it spells the word love, and backwards it spells the word Olev or Velo. At the same time, we end up with 9, 6 and 9, 7 at the end. And then there's more mathematical equations that go along with that. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I am burnt out. Peace and love. If you like what you saw, if you like what you hear, if you like what I do, share it. If you can help out the channel, that'd be great. But more important than anybody is we know what the word is. We know how the system works. We know what the numbers are. We know how everything connects. We all do. I've been sharing it. Those are the games. That's the truth from games. Like I said, is it reality? Absolutely. Is it the way God created this planet or the way the Creator created this planet? I don't know. But through creation, and for those who are seekers of God and who believe that no matter what you create, this all come from the hand of God, because God created who we are. Now, if you don't want to believe in it and you believe in the Big Bang, that's up to you. That's fine. But this is what everything says about everything that's ever been created. The odds are in the casino. Vegas is getting the final teams so we can wrap it up and become Las Vegas, where the numbers become the way they should have been, always professional. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. We're putting it on the pass line. Come or don't come. Here we are, and good night.